It's the AI Monday podcast in person. No
That's
more
crazy.
Zoom meeting. That's so crazy. I mean, yes, more because next time it will be, but it's fine. Okay, we have updates for you guys today. Some of your favorite names in AI are doing some cool things, and then I'm excited to talk about dolphins and finally being able to understand what dolphins are saying. That's been a big dream of mine for the past few days since I heard we were doing this.
It's everything you never knew you always wanted.
Exactly. Lots of things. I think I'll have you start.
You start. Do you want to talk about Canva? Because Canva was like what we said we talk about last week.
Yeah, totally. But you got the notes for it.
I got the notes. I'm going to go through these. So they came out with a bunch of updates, and not all of them directly have to do with AI, but AI is going to be worked into pretty much everything.
Nice.
So Visual Suite 2.0 is their like reimagining the platform, and so they basically want to be one platform where you can do anything and everything. And so that's going to be one of their new features I wanted to talk about was Canva Sheets. So basically like Excel and other ones like Google Sheets, have their own version of that, be able to look at the data. I'm sure they'll incorporate AI because all of those tools are incorporating AI where it tries to guess which data you're putting in and then fill it in for you and things like that. So, and make tables off of data without you even having to, just one click of a button. So sure, they'll do stuff like that. That'll be interesting to see more of magic insights, magic charts, interactive visualizations, which is pretty cool. So we'll see. We'll see if that becomes something that people use Canva for more, like Google Sheets, or if that one isn't used much. We'll see. And then Canva AI is their voice-enabled creative assistant. So they're doing an AI-powered device companion that you can talk to and prompt-based creation, multifunctional assistant, partnership with Anthropic. So
now that I had not heard about yet. That's awesome. You're just going to be able to have your own graphic designer on your team that's, telling you how to do things, how to create what your vision is.
And I mean, the better AI gets, the better it'll be, where you can really just be like, I don't like where that text is. Could you change the font or something? Something's off, and it just changes it for you.
Yeah.
Like you really just talk it through, and you don't even have to do the work. You just say what you want. So that'll be cool. And I assume that'll work in Sheets and designs and presentations and everything. So hopefully. Canva Code, they're trying to make it so that you can code more. So for their, they already have like the ability to create websites and widgets and things like that. So now it's just basically being able to make them even more catered to what you want because you can code them and you can use AI to do it to keep it simple and easy. So that's kind of cool. Photo editor gets some updates as far as like AI generated backgrounds, point and click editing where it's able to, you can like select a thing out of an image and move it and it'll like kind of fill in background and stuff. So just enhancing that stuff. And then Magic Studio at scale. So their Magic Studio, which is basically what does all of their AI, they're enhancing that too. So brand consistency, it like learns your brand and tries to stick with it. Because I feel like we talked about that recently where it's like, it'd be cool if it knew my brand. And I think we were talking about ChatGPT for creating images. Yeah. But basically Canva wants to be able to do that where it's like anytime AI is in use, it's like, oh, I know your brand colors, I know your fonts, I know whatever, and it sticks with them. And it uses those when creating designs. So
making it just more and more like a personal assistant, like all the other platforms, right? Like they know you, they know what you want.
And I mean, aside from that, just leveling it up. So it talked about how like hopefully it can handle a lot of designs at once, where you can actually have a lot of things running in the background that are all using AI, and it can handle it all. Because as AI gets more efficient, you can do more with it at once. Because right now it's still kind of like, click the button, wait 30 seconds for that to do, don't get off the page, don't change anything, don't move anything.
Right, yeah.
But now it's like, you can just run it in the background and then keep going, keep doing other stuff. So
nice.
Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
We use Canva for like a lot of what we do.
So many things, yeah.
And so, especially, work and stuff. So
yeah.
I definitely, it's something we need to learn how to use just because I'm sure there will be features that make life easier. Like Sheets. I don't know if that'll be one of them, but somewhere where you can just input data and maybe if they have the best AI capabilities, then it's just putting it into a table easily. And as you change the data, it changes the table, and I don't know. So we'll see.
Sure.
But I definitely am like, cool. Even if I'm not intrigued by some of the updates, I should probably learn them all. So,
sweet. That's awesome.
That's my take.
Well, I'm excited about that stuff because, same. I use Canva for all kinds of things. Also, I just noticed, this is a total side note, but I just noticed your backpack's sitting here, and I feel like you should show it off for a second because we did our little guessing game last week, and we talked about your
obsession with arcane.
I was going to say something tamer than obsession, but yeah, obsession. I got a sweet little Jinx backpack. Pretty cool.
Yes.
I haven't actually seen it in person.
And the blue and pink and all the colors glow.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It glows in the dark.
Yep.
Okay, that was a total side note. I just thought that was
tangent.
Cool. But that is cool to hear about Canva. Should we talk about another one of the big guys, or should I do one of my little things?
No. Oh, unless you have more than dolphins.
I have more than dolphins. I have one extra little tidbit that was kind of cool. I was reading in a few different places about a Chinese scientist group. What do we call that? A posse? I don't know what the technical term is for a group of Chinese scientists. Oh, that probably.
Pretty sure it's called like a murder or something like.
Oh my gosh, that's crows. That's crows.
Okay.
This is just getting really not PC. I feel like that's dolphins. Wrong topic. Okay, but anyways, a group of Chinese scientists, they were working with AI to create a wearable device for people who are blind. And so some of this has already been played with before, but it sounds like they were doing something that was actually pretty effective. AI was basically able to use, cameras and smartness to help kind of guide these blind folks, and in a way that was way more effective than we've seen in the past, and just not needing help from other people, helping them be, just independence, and it was cool. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. I was like, that's a really good use of it, right? If everyone could kind of have this little, this little headset thing. That just helps
sees the world for them and tells them what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. Helps to guide them and be their eyes in a way. So that was actually, I thought, a really cool project that they were working on. Something that's coming very fast and useful. Yeah. All right, we can go back to a big name now.
All right, cool. I was pausing just in case you wanted to check on your child, but if he's good, then cool.
He's all right. He usually he'll like sort of wake up and go and then he'll go back to sleep.
Cool.
Yep. Okay. Continue.
That's so exciting. All right, cool. Grok and OpenAI. So I'm going to start with Grok. So now it shows reference chats. Like some of these are just quick updates where I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's new. It shows reference chats. So if you asked it to like look back at previous chats to answer your question, basically it'll be like see reference chats, and then you can open that up and see the specific chats that it looked at to get the information to answer you. Random. And then there's a workspace feature, basically ChatGPT projects where in one place you can have many chats, you can have specific custom instructions, you can give it its own name, and then you can even add a little emoji and change the color of the emoji, and it's like there's preset emojis. So if you have a client and you want it to have specific instructions and have all the chats in one place so that it's pulling from those chats and not other stuff, and then give it a little emoji or whatever. So
that's cool.
It's cool. It is. I like it as an organizational feature more than anything, obviously. So as far as it being compared to ChatGPT has better layout, I feel like, but I do feel like Grok before ChatGPT, Grok had the ability to still like change the chats, use deep search and everything like that within a workspace, whereas in a project for ChatGPT, at least at first, you couldn't change the type of model. Now you can, though. That was another update. And I still don't think you can do like deep search and some of the other features that ChatGPT can do when you're in a project. So, I don't know. It's cool. It's kind of the same stuff. They're kind of just copying each other. And then lastly, you can create custom voices in Grok. So now they have one of those it's one of those things where it's like, oh, cool, the spin-off can do that thing. And now one of the big names adopts it and they can do it too. But you can describe the voice. I tested it. It didn't work great, but hopefully they'll, improve. But yeah, you can describe like, oh, it's a, male or female voice. It's raspy. It's whatever. It's deep. I don't know. And they're energetic and they really like everything I say, always, or whatever. You can customize it and then have your own voice assistant that's custom to what you want. Random. I don't need that yet, but we're one step closer to, okay, I want him British. I want him basically like my own Alfred. He's, he's going to help me with everything, and he always is slightly snarky, but he knows I'm the boss or whatever,
Wow.
And so we're a little closer to like that. Wait, I have my personal assistant. I don't know what I want him to sound like or whatever. So give him a name. Nice. I probably won't call him Alfred. That's too copying. Anyway, and then as far as OpenAI goes, OpenAI released O4 Mini and O4 Mini High. They were going to do, instead of O4 and then like O4 future ones, they were going to be like, okay, now we're going to change and we're just going to put out ChatGPT 5 and it's going to be a one-stop shop for everything. So it can deep search, it can think, it can reason, it can search, it can do whatever based on what you ask it to do, and you don't need to click all the buttons and go to all the different chats with all the horrible naming. system to ask questions. And so, but then they said, actually, we're going to still put out o4 because they're basically going to be the step towards GPT-5. So GPT-5 is hopefully coming in a few months, but it should be even better and be able to carry the load and make the images and do all the things at once. And in the meantime, they put out o4 mini and o4 mini high, and they just are advanced, slightly more advanced at coding, reasoning, memory tools, etc. So it's just kind of like the next step. I tried them. I don't ever notice the difference, but when I'm using the best and then put out the best and it's got a mini after the name or something, it's not usually much of a difference or enough of a difference for me to be like, this is so much better. So obviously it's leveled up over the years, but overall not much to report because I didn't actually notice it be like incredibly helpful. And then lastly, there's rumors, and I think they're actually like reasonable rumors of ChatGPT wanting to put out their own social network. So we'll see. It'd have like a focus on image generation, but a social aspect. So it's kind of like Sora, where you can already see other people's designs on Sora and even I think rate them or use their prompts for your own things. I feel like it'll basically be taking Sora or something similar and then just making it so it's even more like you can create your own profile, create your own feed and chat and things like that. So and then the other thing is that one of the things that X has on OpenAI is OpenAI has to steal all of their data while X can just, or XAI can just farm all of its data from X and from people. And I think ChatGPT are like, well, if we get people talking on our platform and creating designs and stuff, that's an easy place for us to farm data.
Interesting.
I assume that's at least one of the perks for them.
That makes sense. That's a good angle.
So yeah, there's the updates. That's what I had. Sure. I'm interested. I don't know. Like, would you create a social media account on ChatGPT?
Well, I mean, again, they're stealing our information just like everybody else's, so it's not like that's a big drawback.
No, but why would you?
But why would you exactly? Yeah, that's, I don't know.
I mean, why would you pretty much anywhere unless it's like all of my friends are on there. I want to talk to them and it makes sense. Otherwise, what? I don't know. Like Instagram already tried, you can chat with AI in the chats. Now you can have your own chat with just an AI thing on Instagram and Facebook and stuff. So it's
I would do it if Gary Vee told me I should.
That's true.
Like when he would jump on and be like, this new social media platform, like when we tried Hi-Ho, because he was like, this is going to be the big one, this is going to be the next thing, when he talked, if there was like a prominent entrepreneur figure that was like, this is the place you got to be.
Yes, that's true.
I would do it.
Yeah, but I guess if everyone goes there, it yet again becomes a place where it's like you want to be here to talk about your business or to do marketing or whatever.
Whatever, right?
But even Be Real wasn't like, Be Real was fun, but Be Real was personal.
I like how we talk about it in the past tense because it's so different now. Do you remember what Be Real was?
We just took Be Real
I deleted it after all.
Wow.
I know, it's just not the same, but...
Well, I deleted it for like 6 or 7 months.
That's true,
We're back.
You did. We're back.
But anyway, no, I'm just like, I feel like it'd only be practical if it made sense to like do marketing, to make sure you build up a presence there because you can get success, whether for your client or for yourself. Because if it's just a personalized thing, AI is what social media channels I feel like have problems with.
Yeah.
Like it's on social media that people are hating on AI, not liking AI. So to try to turn an AI platform into a social media platform, it's like, who's gonna care? Again, I like Sora. I like that it's public. I like that you can see other people's designs and steal from them.
I'm wondering how like the usernames and stuff will work, because I'm just like, we should be on there like the second that they open it up so that we can claim like at Jordan, at Nathan, at AI, right? Like whatever,
so.
Like the most
at AI.
Can you imagine?
I have the at AI account.
Just in case it got big, right? It's like, oh yeah, this was a huge thing. It's some random
I'll get
on
at
right at the beginning.
Sam Altman right from the beginning if it's not taken.
Just get lots of famous people and make them pay us. Hundreds of thousands
I'm sure
of dollars
so many people do that though.
Oh, people.
And this one will.
I don't know. Well, I don't actually know anything about that, but I just think it would be fun to have at Jordan on a social media platform for once.
I always think that, and then even if I'm there before others, because I'm there sometimes before others.
Yeah.
At Nathan is like, I don't want that. I never go by Nathan on social media platforms. That's never my handle.
Okay, sure, that's different.
So, it's like, but yeah, no, I get the just like at French fry. Like I have French fry and no one else can get it. Let's go.
It'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah, and then no one would join the platform, and I'd be like, it'd be French fry. I'm like the only user.
It's just French fry and Jordan talking to each other all the time. I don't know what else this is used for.
Yep.
Maybe it'll get big. Who knows?
I bet that they'll try to make it. I don't know. I would think if they're actually going to make a big social media platform, they'll try to make it very integrated with AI, where it's like super easy to just auto-generate an AI
sure.
profile
Just
and
tell
an
it what you want
AI
your profile to
bio
look like.
and an
Yeah.
AI. Yeah. I don't know.
Better be.
Just,
be weird if it wasn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if all it is, it's just like they have slightly more AI tools than other places, and otherwise it's not as good of a platform, then I don't know.
Could be.
Will I end up on there? Probably. But I have an AI podcast,
yeah.
so it makes sense for me to be.
Well,
Other people
true.
can't recommend it necessarily, but we'll see.
We'll see. That'll be a future episode.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. All right. Well, should I talk about the dolphin thing?
No, we could just sit here in silence.
Okay, sounds good. Did you have anything else though, or
That's
just
it.
dolphin?
Those
Okay,
are my
dolphins.
updates.
Okay. This is like the tiniest thing in the world. I could have just said we're trying to learn how the dolphins say, but I'm gonna expand it.
It's like eggs. We're going to talk about it just long enough for us to
Eggs.
make it the title and everything.
Dolphins.
We can talk to dolphins.
Yeah, basically
AI
that's
Mondays.
it. Yeah, so Google's trying to figure out how to talk to dolphins. So they've got devices that are listening to
Sounds like Google.
tons of recorded videos. It was so funny because I'm like, okay, talking to dolphins, but like basically they're feeding this tons of videos of dolphins plus the personal information about the dolphins. Right? Because we have personal info on them. Of like,
We're even stealing personal information from dolphins
yes.
now?
Yeah, but it's like, oh, the habits we've tracked them doing. You know what this kind of what this particular dolphin kind of did on the day-to-day
I don't
basis.
think that's HIPAA compliant.
You know, we just like we analyzed all their tweets and we put it together, and then I don't know, man. But they're taking the personal information of dolphins and videos of them and combining that to try to learn the structure of dolphin communication. So it's all clicks and whistles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I just can't wait for the first dolphin troll to start just like spouting gibberish and them to be like, we don't understand this one at all. What is he saying? That's what I'm excited for. I'm sorry. But anyways.
I feel like this is cool because, of course, I feel like they could do
cool.
it for dogs and anything, but some of it's just behavior and it's not necessarily how they. Dolphins are smarter, but still, it's like, yeah, I'm like, they could, like monkeys, maybe for monkeys, like the smartest we can get that can actually kind of communicate.
Think monkeys are smarter than dolphins?
I don't know.
Dolphins are way smarter than monkeys. But what it is, Nathan, is it's just Phineas and Ferb in real life again.
No, it is. I know.
That's all it is. Yeah, but then what the machine does is it then sends out dolphin-like sound sequences, so it's trying to kind of repeat back and figure things out.
So it's like
So like they're
Doofenshmirtz
learning
with
the
his whale
different names
noises.
because like dolphins have it's exactly. I just insulted the macaroni and cheese recipe of a whale. But no, dolphins have like specific clicks and whistles that they do when they're trying to call their baby back. Like the mom will do a specific kind of call, like unique.
So it's
like
used for kidnapping now.
No, well, no. Anyways, yeah. So, but I liked the headlines because they were talking about like. AI is taking everyone's jobs, including Dr. Dolittle. You know, like that was someone I can't give credit because I don't remember
We're
who said that.
replacing dolphins now.
No.
We don't even need dolphins because we can just be them.
No, the person who translates, not the dolphins themselves. But anyways, yeah. So, I mean, it's a good thing we have like it's a good thing we are in the time of having all of the information and all of the stuff because we have at our disposal decades of videos of dolphins, which is coming in handy now. So that's good.
Wow.
I know.
I wonder if they'll do it with other like species though. Or is it
Oh,
just
I'm sure they
dolphins?
will eventually.
If it works, maybe or maybe not.
I don't care what monkeys are saying personally.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'd care what they're saying. Honestly, dolphin's a good one.
The one that you care the most, I think, is going to be a pet. Neither of us have pets.
No, I don't want to know what my pet is saying.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I think
Okay.
it'd be uncomfortable. Like actually.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure 99%
I get
of
a
pet
pet
owners will disagree with you on that.
I don't know
and
because
be very
you don't get a
interested to know what
pet
they're
to
saying.
have a social companion. You get a pet
Yes,
to
you
get away
do.
from the social companions.
That's
Right?
well,
like they're
no.
a comfort. Like a dog is a
They're a
comfort
different
animal.
kind of
You don't want
companion.
a dog to just be like complaining all the time.
Wow. Well, neither of us have pets, so we're clearly authorities on the subject. But anyways, yep, dolphins. It's called Dolphin Gemma.
Wow.
It's an official
called
AI. Yep. It's gonna be great.
Google literally has all the funding and they do the weirdest things with it.
I love it.
They're like, we're making a quantum chip, and also we're talking
and
to
also
dolphins.
we're talking to dolphins. They have their priorities straight. I think that's exactly what we should be doing.
And George Washington was black.
Wait, I don't know what you're talking
That was
about.
Gemini when they first came out with their AI tool, and it was just making.
It was
They
just
had all
spouting
of
out
the.
random.
They had a lot of specific rules about what it could do or should do or whatever. So then it was very off on image generation.
Weird.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fun times.
Yeah, fun times. Well, that was it for me. For
All right,
you.
cool.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of what's
Yeah.
happening in the world of AI today. Thank you for listening, listeners. Thank you. Fun that we get to record in person today. Probably see more of this in the future since my brother is coming back from prison quite soon.
We'll see. I have an ankle monitor still, but as long as I don't get too far away. Then,
yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be good to have you back in Spokane. Okay.
It's beeping red. Is that bad?
I think you're fine.
Okay.
Anyway. All right. Anyways.
All right.
Cool.
See ya.
See ya.